Welcome to Kiss the Reviews. I'm Armando. That's Corey. And today we're doing 1996's Mother May I Sleep with Danger?
First off, I don't know why this is a question.
I don't know.
Clearly you don't give a fuck what your mama thinks about anything in this movie.
No, my mama said I can't sleep with danger.
Mama say that happiness is from magic rays of sunshine that come down when you're feeling blue.
If Danger looked like Fairuza Balk, then you're in the right ball game at least.
Yes.
Instead of trying to bang out Tom Brady's like moron brother Dave.
I literally couldn't stop thinking about Tom Brady this whole time.
Right, it's the butt chin.
Yeah, it is the butt chin.
But it's just like he looks like Tom Brady's made up brother.
Yeah,
Dave
Tom Brady's made up brother, Kevin Shane Brady.
Of Kevin Shane Brady, quarterback.
So before we get into it, if you guys want to reach out to us on Twitter, you can reach out to me at Junior D's. You can reach out to Corey at Idle Poncho. And let's get into Mother May I Sleep and Have Relations with Danger. This movie stars Tori Spelling as Laura Lewison and even Sergei or Dave Brady as Billy Jones / Kevin Shane. Dun, dun, dun.
I think you just gave away the whole movie.
I did. I think I did.
Oh.
So this movie, this was a request. We'll start out by that. This was a request. So as we're doing, every week we're doing requests now. And this was a Lifetime movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Correcto.
Back in 96. 4 minutes into this movie, okay, I had to pause it because shit got real quick. It just, everything escalates so quickly. Billy is talking to Aaron and they're like maybe boyfriend, girlfriend, or maybe she just slept with him and she's just like, hey, everything's loosey-goosey, like no big deal. We're not dating each other. He gets pissed off and I don't know, hits her with a laptop. What does he hit her with?
A cutting board.
Oh, the cutting board. I watched this on my phone. So Billy hits her with the cutting board several times.
He hits her with the cutting board the first time the way Hulk Hogan hits people with steel chairs. It's just like, eh. It's a tap. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, I might as well just tee off on her.
It's go time. It's go time.
Exactly.
So he knocks her out, kills her, and then cleans the crime scene and leaves.
Meticulous cleaning.
Yes. I actually put down in my notes that he cleaned the house after he killed her like Corey cleans his house.
That's true.
It then cuts to Tori Spelling, or Laurel, in college, in her class, and she's running from place to place because she's so busy.
Okay. We have to discuss the running, because one, she runs like your boy, the dad in Fear.
Which means that she doesn't know how to run.
Exactly. And two, so the first time we see Tori, she's in like class, right?
Yeah.
And she acts like she's not paying attention, and then she's still able to give the answer. So intelligent. Cool. We got that down. Great. And then she goes from like that scene to full fucking speed sprinting out of her fucking dorm room. First off, don't do that. Don't be running through the halls of your dorm rooms. God damn it. That ain't cool.
Dude, she's running through the hallway in the dorm room like, on your left.
Totally. She's totally Captain America-ing the whole dormitory.
Here's my thing. Isn't she on the track team?
Yes.
And she can't run. So she's running through the quad and she gets tracked down by her friend Jackson. Yes. And he's like, hey, want to come see my band?
This is what puts you in the friend zone quicker than shit.
Yeah, do you want to come see my band? We're playing at this place. We're awesome. So she blows him off, says that she's dating somebody, and then it cuts to her practice for the track team. It's revealed here that she has an eating disorder. Her coach says that her mom called her and said that she's got an eating disorder, and she's like, wow, that was taken care of, and I'm all better now. And she says, well, we're not taking you to the meet that we're having, and we're taking the senior over you, and which Tori kind of loses her shit here. Like, I beat her by like 18 minutes running with floppy arms, and, that's not fair. And the coach here says,
I'm sorry, but it's not always about who's best.
I have a problem with coach here. In college, it's always about who's best. Yeah. Just FYI. We'll move on past that.
Coaches track. That's why she coaches track instead of like basketball or football.
Yeah.
The sports where money is made.
Yes, exactly. So the next scene, she has a fight with her mom, which lasts about 2 seconds. It goes from, Mom, I can't believe that you called the coach and told her I have an eating disorder and you're such a bitch. It goes from that to, oh, Mom, gee whiz, and we're laughing and giggling, and I have a boyfriend. I want to introduce him.
Yes. Have you ever had a fight with your parents? Because I had when I was around that age.
Yes.
That's not how they went.
Yeah, no.
At all.
No, that's not how they went.
If I was right in my side of the argument, I didn't get talked to for like 2 days. If I was wrong on my side of the argument, I didn't get talked to for like 1 day. Yeah. But basically, I just got ignored and was treated like a dick.
Hell yes.
You already brought up the eating disorder here.
Yes.
That should have been the B plot throughout this movie.
Yes.
And it never really comes up again except for when it's used to manipulate her in some form or fashion. Like, it's never brought up again. It's never becomes an issue.
It was weird.
So weird.
Yeah.
Never comes up.
But the next scene is the boyfriend coming over, and dun dun dun, it's Billy from earlier, but now he goes by Kevin Shane. Cool. Kevin Shane's here. He's pre-med, and he shares. First of all, let's just say this. This dude, Tom Brady Jr., is creepy as hell from jump.
Yes. I feel more comfortable with Dave Brady as opposed to Tom Brady Jr. I feel like that's setting us up for slander lawsuits. I'm not game for that.
He tells her mom that he's pre-med. His dad was on this care share board, and she, and before he died in this horrific helicopter skiing accident.
We're going to go ahead and stop right here and interject with our first of what's probably going to be about half a dozen PSAs through this movie. Yes. Hi kids, Uncle Corey here. If you are fancying yourself a murderous con man who is obsessive, compulsive with the women you date as well as your housekeeping, keep the lies broad. Don't get specific. It's when you get into specifics that your ass is going to get caught.
Yes.
Keep it broad, and that way you have a little room to improv here. Because he can improv. He can dance on his feet through this movie better than he can show fucking emotion on his face. I'll tell you that. And it's only when he got super specific about his entire background that he got busted out.
Yes.
It's the only way he got busted.
Laurel and Kevin are on campus in the next scene, and they're kissing. And he kisses worse, just more gross than Mark Wahlberg ever could in Fear. Grandpa kisses be damned. This dude, okay, so
this guy's doing tongue plunges.
We'll do PSAs throughout this, but I'm gonna go ahead with signs. Signs that your boyfriend is a psycho. And sign number 1, if he engulfs your face, or if he tries to dive into your mouth vigorously. I'll use that word, vigorously. It's gross. Okay, don't do that in public. And B, he's probably a psycho. So that's sign 1. Okay,
I think
for those that are playing at home.
Yeah, that's a good call, and I just go ahead and say anybody that kisses weird. There's a way to kiss and there's a way not to kiss. And if you're not kissing that way, get the fuck out, dude. You're gone immediately. I don't care how big it is. I don't care what you can do with your hips to make it work a certain way. Get the fuck out.
He begins here stalking her every move. They have this confrontation after she gets done floppy arm running at night. And he goes apeshit here over her not returning a phone call. This is sign number 2, folks. Your boyfriend is a psycho. You didn't return my call. Oh my God. Well, I was out running for 2 hours, and he goes fucking crazy here. Sign number 2, you need to bounce. After this, here come the flowers. All is forgiven now because flowers.
They really touched her.
Flowers were really beautiful. They really touched me.
Yes, they really touched her, and she shares a story in his apartment about when her mom and dad used to fight, and he would send flowers, and then she says, and then the flowers just stopped coming. His response to that?
I would never stop the flowers.
But the fighting? Aha! The fighting will continue as well.
Yeah.
In your quest to educate the public through signs,
Yes.
that should just be the episode title of this. Like we watched Mother May I Sleep with Danger, but it's just going to read signs.
Yes.
Because, dude, there are so many, and she has the worst fucking friend. You could tell her friends want nothing to do with her ass either. Like they seem like they've been through the ringer with her as well.
Yes.
Because fake Shannon Doherty's like, yo, is that motherfucker gone? Cool. He's kind of got a problem. And then she doesn't say shit again until it's time to talk shit to her mom about her.
Exactly. And here's the thing. I know shit like that. Like in real life, this shit is subtle. In this movie, every sign is right here. And you can't avoid it. Like they are so obvious, the signs. And she's just like, but he loves me and that's cool. But he makes her, this is sign number 3. Again, for those playing at home. He then, as he's slicking her up, massaging her back and putting an inordinate amount of suntan lotion on her body, he then forces her to change her hair color and get a haircut.
Have you ever thought how you'd look as a blonde? You would be spectacular.
Ladies, if you're going to get a cut and color, that's on you. That's your choice. When he's like, my God, you'd be so much hotter. Oh my God, you'd be so much hotter with blonde hair. And what if you cut it short? Oh my God. Bro, settle down.
Yeah, he looks like the employees at IKEA when couples get into fights. He's so excited about her turning blonde.
Yes,
and he wants her, and it's just to make her look like fake Jenny Garth at the beginning, which, by the way, did you notice that half the fucking women from 90210 had their doppelgangers cast in this fucking movie? I don't know if it was to make Tori feel comfortable or just to capitalize on the idiocy of teenagers, but either way, it was working.
I actually thought it was Jenny Garth at the very beginning of this. I was like, it was kind of pixelated when it started. Yeah. By the way, you can watch this on YouTube. It was kind of pixelated at the beginning.
I don't know if you noticed, because we got to give him a shout out. You can watch it on YouTube, and the channel's Rhymes with Orange. Yes. But it's kind of spelled like Rims with Orange. But that is the band, I believe, that did the soundtrack for this movie. Yes. So if you want to watch this movie, literally the only place I found it was on YouTube. And the only place with any kind of quality was on that channel. So check out Rhymes with Orange. And thanks.
He sees Jackson and Laurel at the bar. He fucks up his moped in the parking lot, like just starts beating the shit out of it. Here's cue to Psycho Guy. I know I'm giving some ladies some signs that your boyfriend's a psycho. Here's one cue to Psycho Guy. If you're psycho and you're kind of like, dude, I'm a little crazy and I might kill some people or beat some people up and I'm stalking, moped guy is not a guy you need to be worried about. Just FYI, Jackson drives a moped.
Yep.
You don't need to worry about Jackson. He rides a moped. He's in a band, and he keeps asking Tori Spelling to come see his band. He's in the friend zone. So now her roommate at the bar, she's like, he won't hang out with us. He's really weird, and he's obsessed with you. Okay, this is sign number 4 for those keeping track at home. When your friends are like, bro, what's up with your dude? This dude's weird as hell. And if the words, you don't know him like I know him, come out of your mouth, you need to run. Check yourself and run.
You are far too immature to be in that relationship. And that leads us into that PSA, and right out of it. Because, yeah, if those words are falling out of your fucking mouth, you don't know him like I do. He understands me. He gets me. He sees me. Any of that bullshit that you've told yourself.
He loves me, and he's not afraid to let me know it.
Cut bait, bro. For your own mental health, cut bait.
Cut bait and run. Now, the real Kevin Shane comes to town, and fake Kevin finds out in, I guess, the college admissions office.
Yeah, the lady
something.
He's able to seduce, which, again, fuck, it must be nice to be Dave Brady, because I don't even understand how that happened, because he stumbles upon this, like, oh, there was another guy, and of course, it's so clear that he's lying and fumble fucking his way through this explanation, and then all he does is go,
If this Kevin Shane ever shows up, you better call me. I'll take the two of you out to dinner.
By the way, do you know what I'm packing in my pants? And the admissions office lady's just like, oh my god.
That's what I'm saying, dude. She
loses herself in the butt chin. She just So Laurel's mom here sees signs of her changing, and she begins to question Kevin. This is where she turns into Super Sleuth Mom.
Super Sleuth. Meaning she asks 2 questions and hires a fucking private eye, and then can't figure out that they're on their way to the cabin. If it wasn't for a flat tire, these 2 are dead. The kids are dead.
Yes, absolutely. She visits her doctor friend here, who is on the care share board, and realizes that he doesn't know Kevin or his dad. And
I understand what we're talking about here. This isn't fucking Titanic, where certain expectations are set. This is just fucking lazy writing. Like, oh yeah, my friend on the care share board. Thank God he told that lie. Literally any other fucking board. Cool. But you named that one. That one.
Yes.
That's lazy writing or lazy lying.
It's both. Kevin finds Kevin at the motor inn. And apparently Kevin and Kevin know each other from high school. And they start talking, and, you didn't seem like the college type. Why don't you come to my room? Why don't you grab my bags?
Hey, look, be a buddy and grab the rest of my bags from the Jeep, huh?
They should be like equals. And he's like, grab my bags, fucking bitch.
Kevin is taking a shower while Kevin is talking to Kevin. And then Kevin says, can you get some shit in my shaving bag? And then Kevin beats him to death in the shower. Listen, here's another thing. When you're in the shower, like, you're naked, you're vulnerable. You're vulnerable. There's nothing that makes me feel more awkward when watching a movie and seeing somebody get killed in the shower. Because I'm like, oh god, like that's my worst fear, to have like a heart attack in the shower, just die in the shower in general. You got the curtain wrapped all over you. Like, that's just not a good way to go. I kind of felt bad for real Kevin here, but whatever.
Dude, ever since I first saw Psycho, my shower has literally become my survival bunker. I got so much shit in there that anybody tries to wreck me in the shower, it's over. I'm going to be like Viggo Morgenstein in fucking Eastern Promises.
Oh, I love
just
it.
Just naked fucking fighting Russians. I don't give a shit.
You got the ankle strap for your gun in the shower?
Right. That's right.
Laurel's mom tries to tell her about her suspicions about fake Kevin, but she gets mad and runs away. Kevin then buys a cabin for the 2 of them in the woods for them to live this like secluded life from everyone. Hi, folks. Sign number 5 that your boyfriend is a psycho. He buys a cabin in, not even like, hey, there's woods around this house I bought. Secluded in the woods in Seattle, wherever the hell they are, up in the Northwest area.
Yes.
Like Bigfoot lives next door.
Yes.
That's a sign and a half for your ass. Oh, and don't worry about it. I'll get the phone hooked up. Yeah, no, there's no wires that come out. Okay, that's a sign you need to get the hell out. Period.
Yeah. And then we're gonna throw a non-psycho PSA in there if I could, real quick.
Okay.
Hi, kids. Uncle Corey. If you have to use the words I'm in Hawk. When you say you bought a house, you are too immature to buy a fucking house, because that's how house buying works. You go in Hawk when you purchase a fucking home. It's called a mortgage.
I took out a lease. I went into Hawk for us.
You're either too immature or you're 100 years old. Who says that?
I'm in Hawk, don't you see? I'm pretty sure Dave Brady's about 135 years old in this movie. But dude, it's over the top. Like, come on. Backing
up your PSA, here's also sign number 7, that your boyfriend is a psycho. If your significant other uses terms like, I'm going to explode if I can't express myself to you in the way I love you, that's a hint and a half for your ass that you need to cut bait. Also, if they say this specific sentence,
you don't want me to go climb a tower with a gun, or do you?
Run. So Laurel then finds out that Kevin never ordered the phone to get installed in the house.
Teenagers are fucking teenagers. It doesn't matter. She is obsessed with this goddamn phone until the end of time. Yes. And that is the only time where she's like, where the fuck is my phone? She drops a Lizzo line. Where the hell my phone? And then she ends up like suddenly realizing through the phone that he's been lying about everything.
And Super Sleuth here then finds out that Kevin is not the real Kevin Shane because she gets the picture faxed over from the detective or whatever. Laurel then here, she starts packing her shit, preparing to move out. Kevin gets home and sees this. They fight, and Kevin steps up his crazy here. She pushes him down, and then she goes to the car. She gets away. She then goes to see Jackson's band that night.
Dude, that was the first thing I thought. Like, you're not really that afraid. This is just another day in your world.
Okay,
like crazy shit just happened. Time to go. Time to go to the club and dance out my feelings.
You should be. I mean, just in this scene, just at the cabin. I mean, forget the 7 signs. This is like biblical shit here. Forget the 7 signs that your boyfriend's a psycho that he just showed you. You should leave and then go to the police immediately and go, hey, if my body turns up dead somewhere, it's this sumbitch.
Yeah.
But she just calls Jackson and goes, hey, I want to see Rhymes with Orange. So let's go to the club. So she's there. Kevin stalks her to the club. He runs into Jackson in the bathroom and beats the piss out of him.
Dude, literally. And we're going to make this a PSA as well. Hi, kids. Uncle Corey. If you're a psycho and you decide you need to beat somebody up in the bathroom and you're going to blindside them at the urinal, let them finish peeing and pull their dick in. That's it.
Yeah.
There are certain rules between gentlemen when we have to throw down. And one of them is not dicks out, despite what I said about being in the shower and fighting like Vigo. That doesn't... Dicks in, throw down.
There's no dicks out fighting. We're crossing out dicks out fighting. I don't like fighting in the shower. I don't like fighting in the bathroom while I'm taking a pee. And now I got piss all over myself too. So not only did I get...
If there was a way we could make that rhyme, we just had a Dr. Seuss limerick.
He then sees Laurel at the bar, convinces her to go outside to talk alone. You've now had the 7 signs, okay? You have the 7 signs in your hand. You're now convinced that your boyfriend is psychotic. Do not go anywhere alone. Stay in a public place. But he goes outside. He gets bumped by a dude and then beats the shit out of 2 other guys there, and she escapes.
When she walked outside, really, when she went to the club, this is when like the male lizard brain in my head just started being like, hey, dude, fuck her. Like whatever happens to you is on you at this point. Yeah. The fucking warning signs have been there. You've escaped, and you decided it's time to go get your groove on. Like it's a fucking rando Wednesday.
And listen,
cool, no problem with that. But whatever happens now is on you.
Yeah, and we're not saying that you can't go out ever again, but this is like 6 hours after
at best.
Psycho crazy man just went, all Mark Wahlberg in Fear on you.
So let me the fucking house!
So I guess this is not really sign number 8, but it's kind of sign number 8. Here's the sign. If you're constantly having to run away from a situation, like physically run away from a situation that your boyfriend has put you in, your boyfriend is a psycho. I can write a whole book with just these 8 signs. Laurel then goes to the cabin after Kevin leaves. But as she leaves, he's there again. Like this crazy psycho magician. Like, he left on the motorcycle. And I don't know if you've listened to motorcycles. They're kind of loud. She goes in, literally packs a box, or maybe 2.
Yep.
And then she opens the door, and he's sitting on her car.
Yep, just like fucking Jake Ryan. And a 16 candles.
There should have been a plume of smoke, and then when it dissipates, you get Dave Brady on the hood of your car. Like, where are you going?
Doctor Strange opens up one of his portals, and out walks Dave Brady.
They get into it here. She's trying to leave. He's like, well, you know, I still love you, and please, and let's just break up amicably. Yeah, there is no amicable. You've had the 8 signs. There is no amicable here.
I love you so much. If I don't see you soon, I'm gonna die.
Basically. So then he goes into the cabin and comes out with 2 glasses and a bottle of something.
I'm sorry. This has to be a PSA. This is
No, that's fine.
For fuck's sake, I don't care if you're a man or a woman. Don't ever take a fucking drink from anyone. I wouldn't take a fucking drink from this motherfucker sitting here doing the show with me. He's like, here, drink this. No. I'm getting my own drink, let alone when it's my psycho fucking stalker ex-boyfriend who just fucking throat fucking punched 4 dudes at a bar for bumping into him. Are you out of your mind accepting a drink? Let's have a drink and be friends. No.
And pulled out a wire out of your car, didn't order the phone. I mean, you already have... You have the signs, but you also have the facts of what you actually know, and that's why you're leaving. And he's like, here, let's have a drink of scotch? Like, I don't even know what he poured. No. But I'd just be like, yeah, congrats, over my shoulder. I'm leaving, okay? So she drinks it, she go night time, and he takes her in her car away somewhere. Her mom then gets a fax from the cops that proves that Billy is Kevin. And she goes, oh my God, this Billy is Kevin. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
Yep.
And her mom then gets no help from the police. She gets the flat tire. She calls AAA at the same time that they call AAA. And they're like, oh, somebody else used your car to blah, blah, blah. So she gets the area. She knows that they went to her cabin that she owns. Yes. Everybody owns a cabin in this fucking bitch. But whatever. So she drives out to save her daughter.
She's contributing to a major murder investigation of a teenage girl. But now she's just running in like fucking half-cocked, ready to take on psychos at the cabin. You don't have anything. You're just running in with your purse and your fucking liberal arts degree. That ain't stopping shit. This is real world shit.
That's that liberal arts energy coming out.
God, dude.
So, and the next scene here is just gross. Laurel is at the cabin with him. She tries to convince him that she still loves him so that he won't kill her.
That was one of the times where I was very thankful for the hard cut because they went to it very quickly.
Yes,
he said that line, and that fucker cut. Thank God.
Yeah,
because if I had to sit through that, I was going to be bullshit. Like, Lifetime doesn't have the right to sit through that shit.
Yeah, no. Rob Zombie definitely didn't direct this movie. So, she wakes up after they do what they do, and she tries to leave. She knocks him out for like a second, and gets to her car. Her car won't start again. She gets away on foot after she hits him with the door. And she goes back into the cabin while he's still outside, like on the ground. She barricades herself in the cabin. He grabs the axe. He gets into the cabin. She escapes through the woods as her mom gets there. And then Kevin knocks out the mom because she comes in and like, oh, are you here? There's an axe wound in the front door. The back door is open. Don't go into that house. Just go around. Go around the house.
The word recon was invented for a reason.
Yes.
Use it. Just
Yes.
take a look around. See what's
Yes.
happening.
Yep.
Because you're again in a very real world situation now. This isn't playtime pretend detective. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Yes.
This is your daughter, and you are in a very serious game. I will say this though, Mom can take a fucking punch because she gets hit dead in the face, hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Not a fucking drop of blood, not a little twist in that nose.
No.
Nothing.
I don't know if she's been
pure steel.
I don't know if she's been doing like Tai Bo, or I don't know what she's been doing, but she could take a punch.
Tai Bo can help you take a punch, but I could use that in high school if that was the case.
Laurel escapes through the forest, gets to a canoe, and starts to paddle away. She's rowing away. He apparently jumps in the water, swims out to the canoe, and jumps out of the water like he is Jason fucking Voorhees.
Dude, this is when I am nauseated with the horror references here. You did The Shining with the door. You're doing Jason Voorhees with the book. Fuck off and write something of your own.
Yeah, exactly.
My God.
But he tips her over in the canoe. She then, apparently they do all their swimming underwater. So she swims underwater a good distance to under the dock. She gets up on the dock.
Making the most noise ever. Again, situational awareness. This fucking psycho's going, ah, 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 throughout the water. And you have snuck away under the dock, but as soon as you're under the dock, you're like, cool. Trying to pick yourself up and fuck off. What the hell? And then all of a sudden, Mom and Tori Spelling are having a conversation on the dock again, like it's a random fucking Wednesday. Just
Dude,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, Mom, I'm right here.
Dude, she's on there. She's like, Finkel is Einhorn, and Einhorn is Finkel, and his name's Billy, and we gotta. Oh my God, I can't believe you're so safe. How did you find me? Listen, let's have that discussion when we get home.
Please.
Can we just get out of here? And how about this? Can we get out of here and go call the cops? Nobody's called a cop at this point in this movie. No. Her mom's just using the police force as like her private like detective agency. And when she goes to save her daughter, that she doesn't call the cops. Cool, whatever.
No. She doesn't call the cops. She doesn't even ram her Jaguar through through the fence.
She don't want to scratch it up.
Like, how am I going to squeeze through this? Ram the fucking thing.
She didn't want to scratch up the Jaguar. That's the only thing that makes her a Karen in this fucking movie. So they're talking. He jumps out of the water again, and he's on the dock magically, like this Jason Voorhees, fucking weird, crazy magician man. And all of a sudden, they're having a back and forth. Like, he's psycho. He'd probably just swing and kill you both. Yep. But they have this back and forth, and I love you. And then she takes the oar from one of the boats that she was hiding and smacks him in the head with it.
Thank God the writer also saw Predator, because they're doing the, I'm right here, come and get me.
Yeah, yeah.
I love you. It's my mom's fault. Look at her.
Yeah. And yeah, so she does the sleight of hand with an 8-foot oar. And then
I tell you what, the mom, she may have majored in liberal arts. She definitely didn't minor in fucking improv, though. Because the look on her face when Tori Spelling is saying it, she's just like, oh shit, this bitch is about to do me in. This was all a ruse.
They run away and they're like, oh my God, everything. You think it's the end of the movie. And it's like, how about a cop? He's not dead. Just FYI.
Oh, they didn't even say he's dead. They just said he's gone. And then when she's over, it's over. Yeah.
Okay. And then apparently
you read the end of the script.
Her mom that night went to go see Rhymes with Orange again, and everything was cool. And then the last scene is Billy with a new girl, a new blonde chick, unsuspecting that he's a psycho, with he's got a really bad wig on at the end of this.
He's trying to do his best Joey Lawrence after the Dave Brady thing, but it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
You're about a decade and a half late for that mullet, homeboy.
He needs to stick with that fade that he had earlier in the movie. So But again, this was a request. It does not stand the test of time, in my opinion. Not because of, there's a number of reasons that movies don't stand the test of time. The look, the feel, the dialogue, the story, whatever. Everything makes this not stand the test of time. The story is a story that's been told in movies forever.
And way, way, way better.
Way better.
I'd suggest watching You on Netflix as opposed
yes.
to this ever.
Yes. You is crazy.
Yeah, Pen don't play.
No. But it's not shot well. It's not edited well. The dialogue isn't awesome. It's basically like it was written like a 90s or an 80s sitcom where it's like, oh, even when they broached topics like my son's on drugs, they resolve the whole issue in a 30-minute show. Like that's not how this works.
And they didn't even resolve it. They just passed it along to some other poor, unsuspecting fucking woman.
Exactly. So yeah, the way it's shot, the way it's edited, that whole thing, like it's all horrible. The acting is not awesome. I will never typically dump on acting because they're probably all better actors than I will ever want to be, but it didn't flow well. You know what I mean?
Well, no, it was very choppy. Like I know everybody's on release the Snyder cut, release the Ayer cut. Whoever directed this, they need to release their cut because there has to be something more to this story.
Yes.
It was just like, again, nothing got resolved. Her eating disorder, her education at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everything that was a problem is still a problem. Plus, the last time I checked, fucking nut jobs like this aren't just like, she knocked me in the lake twice. Guess I got to move on. He's coming back.
Yes, absolutely.
So what are we doing pussy dicking around here? Call the fucking cops and let's get the ball rolling here.
Not a cop to be called. But I have a question here too, as far as how this movie was shot. I don't know if you noticed this. There was a lot of close-up shots of the hands and the fingers.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Throughout this. And again, going back to, you brought up like the eating disorder and then it never really gets brought up again. Yeah. There's no reason that the hands.
No, we know that's Billy and Kevin. Like that. Yeah. I kept thinking the whole time it was another character. Like I thought maybe like the girl Billy Kevin killed in the very beginning, like there was a secondary stalker that was stalking him while this was all happening. Dude, he was going to swoop in at the end of the day. But they do it at the beginning when Tori Spelling walks away and they show his hands and then they shoot her and then back to his hands. And then when they're in the cabin, like in front of the fire and they got like the wine and whatever. Right. And
they're talking, they show his hands and then they shoot her hands. And I'm like, the fuck's with the fucking hands here?
Yeah, there's a lot of just weird shots of hands.
Is there a reason?
This was the Quentin Tarantino of hands. Like he just wanted to do hand shots.
You know what, guys? We just need as many hand shots as we can. Okay.
Right. Why do we need all these hand shots? I don't fucking know, man. But he wants them. Just get them.
Just get them. I don't know.
Meanwhile,
he's got his own.
Sitting in the fucking editing room, just.
Oh, well, on that note, I think we'll end this one because I don't have anything else for this. For Corey, I'm Armando. This is Kiss the Reviews, and this was 1996's Mother, May I Sleep with Danger.